Hey there. I just want to quickly have a few words about one of my favorite open tunings, Open F. Sadly, not a terribly popular tuning and much maligned. And I think one of the core reasons for that is one of the key differences between it and the more popular tunings. So, more popular tunings in my experience are DADGAD, Open C, Open G, and Open D. Now, what all four of those tunings have in common is that they lower the pitch of the guitar. So Open C in particular drops what would be the low E string on a standard tuned guitar way down, 2 semitones I think. Forgive my theory, it's not great. And drops it way down to a C. So that adds this massive dimension of bass resonance that isn't there on a standard tuning guitar. And it's the same with DADGAD, Open D, and even Open G. Drop that E string down to a D, and it gives the guitar this wider range, especially with something like Open C, where while the lower strings are tuned down, the high E remains a high E, and the B string goes up to a C. So you've got this expanded, massive range of tone and of pitch for you to work with. And I think that style of tuning has been very popular with acoustic guitarists because if you lower the guitar and you give it the sort of bassier sound, it's a lot easier to perform solo because then the guitar is bringing in sort of that lower mid-range of sound while your vocals can soar over the top of it and bring sort of the higher range so that the voice and the guitar aren't competing with each other. You know, the guitar is laying sort of the bassier foundation and the singing is going over the top of it. And that works wonderfully. And, you know, examples of that would be Nick Drake, whose most popular tuning is the classic Nick Drake tuning, which I think it's C, G, C, F, C, E. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's it, which is a great tuning. I love playing in it. And I love all the tunings that I spoke of before. But this tuning, possibly to its own detriment, does the opposite of that. Instead of lowering the range of the guitar, it brings it up. So what would be an E on a standard tuned guitar goes up to an F. The A remains an A. The D goes down to a C. The G goes, that is the G, right? Goes down to an F. The B goes up to a C, and the E goes up to an F. So basically what that does is it tunes the guitar to the shape of a G chord in standard tuning, but it's an F. so it's that shape, but it's an F tuning. So it gives it this really, it's a major chord, you know, so it's got this major sound, which I think also adds to the unpopularity of the tuning because most people like to play slide or something and then they end up, you know, going for something like Open C or Open D, which has a bit of a sort of grittier tone to it. It's got a bit of a more badass sound, whereas this sounds very just kind of like unassuming. Hey, it's a good day, sun's shining, I'm feeling fine. And oftentimes sort of singer-songwriters with an acoustic guitar are not really trying to portray that. You know, case in point, Nick Drake and John Martin and Joni Mitchell and, you know, all the greats of the open tunings. Richard Thompson, John Renbourn, you know them all. But I like the fact that it heightens the tuning, and I find this tuning very fun to play with, and I find it very easy to slip from really beautiful, happy sounding licks into really menacing, dark sounding tones. And so, anyway, before I carry on rambling and bore you all to death, I'll play a song. Before I do though, 2 songs that I know of in this tuning, both Led Zeppelin songs. One is Bronny or Stomp. The other one is one of the many songs that they ripped off from other musicians, but their version is awesome, When the Levee Breaks. Those two are both in this tuning, and those, I think, I've probably overlooked it. I didn't do any research before doing this, but those are the only two songs that off the top of my head I know are in this tuning. Both great tracks. But anyway, so here's a song that's in open F tuning. It's by a little project that I'm in called Return to Worm Mountain. The song's called Peace in the Valley. Sorry, that was a little bit sloppy, but anyway, there's the tuning, open F, give it some love, go test it out. I love this tuning. I love it. I love it. And you love it too. Later, potatoes.